Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2, where we are now on the train that's going from Miami to New Orleans, and I think we're heading back from New Orleans all the way on the way to Miami right now. A long way to go. You can see there's a city in the distance. That's probably St. Petersburg or something like that. Tampa. But guys, welcome back to another episode where today we're going to be looking at, boys, implementing some planes. They're like trains, but they're in the sky. Welcome back, boys. Welcome back. Which we need to kind of figure out where we want to place down a bunch of airports. Now, we currently have 2 airports in the game. This one here, the Pittsburgh one, and the one all the way down here as well, which is near Phoenix. Now, these are 2 planes that are set up. They're cargo stations. Set up. No, actually, not cargo stations, sorry. They're passenger ones. Like I said, set up for the distribution areas. Now, at the moment, we only really have it set up for passengers, which takes people from one place to the other. They do get utilized, but you don't really see that many people on and off them. I think there's a passenger train just here, right? Can I select it? Excuse me. Yes, which that makes nobody. So it is a bit of a funky one that we gotta eventually kind of sort out. It's gonna get more people using it, but they're in awkward positions. Now I want to try and build a couple of passenger airports in some nearby areas to kind of get people traveling from left to right side of the cities with much more ease. Now currently we don't have any ability for anybody on the East Coast to get to the West Coast via trains is what I mean. They can obviously go to the distribution hub here right now, get onto a passenger plane, fly over, which some people do. But it turns out it's not as lucrative as we kind of thought it might be. So we need to kind of place them in some different areas. And I'm thinking one of the first ones that we implement is going to be within New York. Oh, hold on here. Hold on. Are the trains here not moving? I think the trains here are stuck again. Right. If I check this and I've been losing money. Yes. These damn pesky trains. Right, okay guys, before we build airports right now, we have the same train issue again. So obviously what I did before didn't fix it. And there's got to be a main cause of this. These guys are wanting to come out. These guys are wanting to come out. But this one here is stuck because these guys are trying to come out because there's a train here. So if they're all leading this way, this is coming into here, which is a train both sides of the station. But then there's no trains going out that way. So what's stopping that train coming out? That train... Oh, hold on. This train's on the wrong side of the tracks. What is this train? Let me check the line. Oh, it brings the food and the machines from up here to there. Do you know what we could do? We could give that one its own separate line. Right. Do you know what? I'm really surprised we've kind of seen that happen. Right, if I go to here... Right, okay. This is going to be a complete bodge job right now. But I'm going to give this its own separate individual line for many reasons. One of them is because they come down and they go to there, which means they want to come back out on the in route, which stops these trains from entering. But if I give them their own special platform, then things might be okay. Obviously, it doesn't solve what the issue is now. We'll manage this line and then change the New York platform. Wait, why can't it get over to that now? Oh, do you know why? Do you know why? Guys, guess what? Guess why? Because it's a freaking passenger platform. What a damn noob. Right, cargo. Right, I'm trying to do it without destroying any buildings as well. Some reason people want to move around. You guys okay in there? Right, configure. No, wrong button. Manage the line. The New York line. Which is classed as number 1, right? Yes. Now that completely skew-whiffs a lot of things. But what we want to do right now is get one of these trains to skedoodle through to allow the other train to skedoodle through as well. So if I right now put in a signal just here, that will allow that train there just to move down to the next signal, thus allowing this one to enter in. And once we can clear this train off the platform, we then should no longer have that issue because it's trying to come back out. So let's have a little bit of a fast forwarding. As we now got to wait for the trains to make their maneuvers. Which still doesn't work out. Why have you jumped the queue? There we go. Well, we had to wait for the other train to kind of bypass anyway. Right, so that train's now coming out. So hopefully that will be the last of those issues. Oh, another issue someone told me about as well that I didn't realise was happening. Right, so let me just make sure that this all moves. That moves, so one of these trains should now go. Yeah, I think we're now back in business. Okay, we'll come back to that a little bit later. But another issue someone told me about as well is that my truck going to LA is not delivering machines. Now, I did set this up in an area where we have machines, but for some reason, it only delivers food. Now, it has no food to deliver just yet because there's no food to pick up. Well, there would have been, but I think the train's just left, hasn't it? Wait, why has that not picked up any food? Well, let me manage the vehicle. Not the vehicle, sorry. Let me manage the line. Manage the line. So in LA here, we load. Oh, only food. We need to. We also need to load machines as well, which in here will unload anything. So, what are these vehicles right now? Oh, I think that one there. Is that also on the LA one? That's going to San Diego. Was that the LA one? Okay, that has food on board. So when it drops the machines off here now, it should also then go. Right, here's the food to LA, but there's only one machine just there. It should then also distribute to LA. My boob on that. Anyway, guys, should we actually build an airport right now? I think we should. I think we should. Now, I do want to start in New York, because I feel like that'd be a great transition. And I want to use Long Island here. Pretty much where, isn't that where like JFK is in real life as well? So I think it will be a smart move. Right, while we wait for that to happen, that small train is now heading back. Okay, we seem to be backlogged again. Why are we now backlogged again? Oh, okay, we're not backlogged. It's just we're waiting for the vast amount of trains to exit the area because we've got them all clogged up over here. So we gotta wait from there to kind of all disperse themselves and skedaddle out of here right now. Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious with how many trains we got over here. I mean, it's not a great idea to have it all so close together. But hey ho, once it's all dispersed, we should be okay. We should be okay. I mean, I could create bypassing routes. That's also another thing that I could implement as well. But I want to focus on airplanes. I'm getting sidetracked again. I want to focus on airplanes. So yeah, we're going to have a New York airport. Now, the problem is, when you build an airport too close, it creates like an emission zone. And creates noise factor and all that kind of jazz for a nearby city. Also, an airport, if I want to go for a passenger airport, look at the sheer size of this. I mean, I could go for a smaller one, but come on, boys. I want a big boy one. I want a big boy one. So I might have to implement it over here. Now, there's not really a problem with this. I don't know whether to then kind of lead in with passengers or cargo when it comes to this. But imagine an airport here, which have a direct line to New York. Oh, this could be good. This could be good, but it's going to need a lot of terraforming, boys. I forgot how big airports were, and there's me thinking I could squeeze it on Long Island. Who do I think I am? Right. Gonna kind of low-key. Is that smooth? Yeah, it's smooth. I want the flatten tool, don't I? Right, we're gonna low-key now create a dedicated area right there for this airport. So when the terrain tool wants to work, I'm actually going to get rid of this little bit here. Come on, terrain tool, work. Solely because it gives us a little bit more freedom when it comes to building this airport. So airport itself, I could implement it. What's the collision? Oh, there's a little bit of water. Well, not water, but there's like a little bit of you could just see it in red there for a second. Right, if I put this here, or should I turn it a bit? I mean, however I do it, there's going to be an issue with emissions. There's going to be an issue with emissions, no matter what I do. I could have it like this. Right, let's have it like this. And obviously the flight path is going to go up and over. We're going to get emissions around New York anyway, but this is New York. It already has emissions in real life. Let's not beat around the bush. Now, I want to add on this the additional runway. So I've got to build a taxiway. And I can't build the runway because we're clipping on the edge just there. So let's terraform this a bit more. There we go. And I just kind of do this top side as well, just in case. Configure it. Additional runway can now go in. So that bulks that all up there, which is perfect. Now I've got a couple of options here. I could either create a small commuter train that comes into a stop, or I could utilize my bus route to bring people over here. Now, how busy is the bus route? I mean, the buses are over like 120 years old. That's crazy. But it doesn't really carry that many people. So I could implement the bus route on it. And because the stops... Stop 8, there's only 2 more stops before it comes. So them 2 stops are here on both sides of the platform. So it's either picking people up, dropping them off, then picking people up and then dropping off at the station, which is the main route that's going to take place. So I reckon we go with buses. It's a low-cost way, and we already have it all implemented. It shouldn't cost me any more money than it needs to be. So if I go for a bus tram stop, I'm going to go for this kind of style one because I feel like we might have quite a few people wanting to kind of get in and out of this area. And then streetwise, I'm going to bring this directly out, then utilize the bend. See if I can bring this in as a bend. Okay, we could have done if it weren't for this pesky meddling land. There we go. Right, wait for it to update. Get that to bend into like that. Oh, no, wrong button. Wrong button. There we go. Having a straight road coming out of this tunnel. So what's also crazy is that's number 10 and that becomes number 1. So if I then go to that line, so manage the line, and after number 10 here, I add another station just there. Perfect, boys. And that's all it, without me doing anything else additional. That's all it needs to do. What I might do as well is just manage all the vehicles and replace them for something new. So, passenger-wise, now those ones are these buses here, the e-Citaros, which are eco-friendly because they're electric. They produce 63 emissions, but these produce 68. But you know, I should replace them what they already are, just so they're a little bit new. So all the condition now goes to very good. Right. So we won't really see anybody utilizing or going to this just yet until we've got a little bit more going on. But that is the first of many airports we're going to try and implement. So there's one which hooked up to New York. Hopefully the surrounding area will go to it. It might make these now default. Like, we might have to get rid of them at some point as well. We'll go for one in Miami. Now, when I say Miami, what I probably mean is we'll go for one in St. Petersburg. Because I don't really have much space down here for a Miami airport. I mean, I could get it in, but it's going to mean configuring some of this. But then the emission problem. I don't have a bus route in Miami as well. Nor do I have one in St. Petersburg. Now, it makes more sense to build the airport here. But at the same time, I could also get it connected to... Oh, this is a tough one. Right, I'm going to pause. I'm going to pause right now. I'm going to cause some destruction to Miami. Now, they will bounce back. Don't worry, they will bounce back. Now, an airport itself... Oh my goodness me, I forgot how big the airport was. I've literally just built an airport and now just forgotten how big the airport is. What's it mean by terminals 2? Oh yeah, you can add multiple terminals on, can't you? Oh my goodness me, how am I going to do this? Now I could, do you know what I could do? Just for a bit of funsies, I could reclaim some land to have a bridge here for the runways. What runs here, by the way? Nothing really runs there. Right, this is quite the task right now, okay? Just go with me on this one, okay, guys? I know this is now completely reforming Florida. But if they want a mega airport to compete with the likes of New York and LA, then they're going to have to suck it up, guys, okay? Forget the turtles, boys. It's all about the planes. Right, does that fit in? So that would fit in perfectly somewhere like this, but obviously I need to do a lot more terraining. So, first things first, I got... What's this little lake called, by the way, as well? I know this is like a famous lake in Florida. Right, I'm going to go to there with that. So let's get to the point where the airport's actually in. There we go. So a nice little bus route would connect these guys up. And then we need to implement you. And I need a whole section right now for another runway. But it's not that much terraining. Believe it or not, it's not that much terraining. Not that much terraining. So, implement you in. And now we have a Florida airport, boys. Would you look at that? Now, the reason I've done it like this, because I could have done it lengthways like that, is because the way the flight path's going to go. I'm hoping it'll come in this way and not fly directly over St. Petersburg, but they probably will. Same with Bahamas, but it's funky. Yes, I get it. I get it. It's funky. But I kind of like it. I kind of like it right now. Adds a bit of character. And if I really wanted to, I could kind of create a merger going down. So I could kind of reclaim a little bit more land, make it a little bit more friendly, thus giving Florida more land to grow on. You know what I mean? Right, okay, so vehicle stuff. We need to bring this across. We need to bring this down. We can bring that in, that's completely fine. I can bring this all the way up as well. Now, Florida doesn't really have the best road network. Nor by the looks of it does it have great ability for this. Why would this not go green? What have we got to do to make it grow grass? I don't actually know. I don't actually know. But let me get a nice little bus route now implemented in. Now, this obviously won't connect to the airport. But the train stations do connect, so that's a good sign. Let me just smoothen this off. Right, I'm trying to smoothen these areas up a bit more. This terrain tool's been a pain. I'm holding click right now and it's just freezing. Right. Okay, so bus routes then. We'll start with the street constructions. No, sorry, buildings. We need the bus and tram depot. But I reckon I'd go for the standardized bus and tram stop for this airport here. Very good, very good, very good. And then we'll start both sides of the train station. So that'll be the stop and start area. So that will come up to here. We'll have a stop just there. We're going down to a stop just there. Implement stop just there, which is between these two. Okay, for one there, which will be one there, one then here, one then there. So what it does is it creates a nice looped setup. And if I go to now create a new line. So it covers the main spots of Miami. Gives us great coverage for public transport via a bus. Thus allowing people to navigate through the area with ease. Nice. So now I just need the road depot. I'm not sure how many buses to actually buy, so I reckon we'll start with just. I reckon we'll start with 6 for now. And we'll add more as time goes on. That is Airline 2. Let's go. Let's go, boys. So that is our second airport. So we've got one on the east coast, one down south. We'll get one on the west coast right now. Now this is going to be an interesting one as well. It's like, where do I put this? Now everything inside of me says Phoenix, Arizona. We've got this one over here, but it's out of the way. That's the issue. Do we need one up over here as well? That might be a good idea too. Well, if I implement one here, because we have the routes going through Phoenix. It's a bit difficult to do one near LA. It really is. And not really much space elsewhere. Now, like I said, I know we've got this one here, but we're switching it up, guys. We're adding it to the actual cities themselves. And then making the routes go to places that they want to go to. Now, this is going to grow. Probably grow Phoenix a little bit more as well. So, let me just kind of come out a little bit more with the streets. So, if I came out to here. Bought this, which I don't want it to be a tunnel. So we will have to kind of like terrain it a bit more here and there. I brought that up to there. Brought you in. And we're going to connect it to that road. Now that does seem quite close to Phoenix, doesn't it? It does seem now quite close. So it does connect, doesn't it? Yes, it does. We might take it back one more then. We'll take it back one more. And we'll go across here. So if it's within walking distance, then, you know, that's fine. But we'll still set up a bus route anyway. Well, let me just go to there. What are we saying now? So apparently that does not connect. Wait, hold on. Look at the heights. I've just realized the heights. Hang on, I'm on the leveling tool here. Alright, try and smoothing all this off. There we go. And will this now connect? Damn, it's that's throwing us completely off. Oh, no. One left, last bit. There we go. There we go. Right, straight across. Straight in. Is that now enough? So it's enough that it's within walking distance. So we can handle that. But they'll still probably most likely want to utilize the bus system. So we're going to get this going up and connected in as well. We'll get this going up and connected in as well. Quickly smoothing this area off. Try and make it as builder friendly as we can. He's very close to the edge of the city. This is one of the closest ones yet. So let's configure then. So build the taxiway, build the runway. Very good. Now we'll probably implement as well multiple hangars so we can have multiple planes landing all at once. But this then is going to be treated for this area here. So this one here will be, you know, no longer used in many aspects. So I reckon we just go for those three to begin with. And we'll set up like a freeway system right now. So we're going to try and get a line to each airport. Now, let me go back through each one of these. And let me add in an additional passenger terminal on each one. Because we're going to have 2 lines, basically, going to each one. So we'll get 2 passenger terminals. And then finally this one over here. Passenger terminal. There we go. There we go. So new lines then. There to here. New line. There to here. New line. There to all the way down to here. Now, great thing is, it actually doesn't technically fly over Phoenix, so that works out. Now, this one in Phoenix, we'll make it go to the other one, so we're utilizing both. So, great stuff. Then over in Miami, it doesn't fly over Miami. It kind of clips a little bit with the Bahamas, which is good. Oh, it actually goes through here in St. Petersburg as well, so that works out well in both terminals as well. So this one for New York. Oh, okay. Only one flies over New York. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. And we're utilizing both just there as well. Right. Great stuff. So we're pretty much ready to implement these. Now, we don't have the bus route for Phoenix. Okay, let me get that one set up first. Because that'll be important. So, I don't feel like we need the little heart, the kind of thing for this one. Because it'll just be a simple drop-off. And most likely they'll probably want to walk it anyway. And we do have multiple crossovers. So, we're going to try and do this. Right, you know what? I'm going to delete that. Because I just realised we've got to start at the station, don't we? So there. Then we'll go here. To then go there. To go here. To go there. Right, this is quite a funky one, alright? This is quite funky. And that one's on the wrong side as well, by the way. Okay, it's deleted both. So this is quite a funky line. So it starts here. Goes to there, 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 and then back again. So the reason I make it do this, because like if it does pick up everybody from the train station, it's got a couple of stops to get to there, unloads. Most likely we'll pick everybody up from the airport and then drop them off there. Rather than going back to this before going to the next one, it only does one load up, drop off, then load up, drop off, and so on and so on. Hopefully that works out well. I don't know if it is going to work out well, but yeah. So we're going to need a road depot real quick, and I reckon we'll probably need like 2 buses maximum in this area. It's just to say that we've got the connection. Even though we've already got the walkable connection, that'll probably most likely utilize. So we'll go for 2 buses for now and just see what happens. So right, for us it's now line 6, which we have an issue. Oh, you're such an idiot, Seniac. I've done each single one right now to being a truck stop. It's a good job you can switch it. I am such a damn fool. What a damn noob. Does that fix it all? Manage the line. Have I missed one? Yes, I have. I put that in the tunnel. There we go. We got there in the end, boys. We got there in the end. Right, so let's now buy some planes. I'm only going to buy one of each plane. So passenger. And do I go for something that's going to maximize the amount of passengers we can carry? So the one with the biggest capacity is, that's 55, 50, 55. So it's that one there, the Tupovel. I can't even pronounce it. Or do I go with like a Boeing? A320. I can go for an A320. Just keep it nice and simple. Loading speed 7. It's a little less emissions. It's almost half the price to run a year. So yeah, we'll buy 3 of those puppies. Oh, that's only 2. And we'll put one in each line right now. So line 3. Line 4. Line 5. 1 now on each line. So we'll see what that does for us. And what I'll also do is this airport. So manage vehicles. We'll sell the plane. We'll manage the line and delete it. And we'll also get rid of the airport. Because we're only using it for passenger like wise. So there's no need to have it anymore. Now we got ones dedicated to cities. So it's really going to open up the connections for the areas around. It's just a case of how much are they going to want to utilize these connections. You know what I mean? That's the risk we take. Now, have we seen the small little train yet? Is it you? Doing the business? Now, it's also meant to pick up food, isn't it? Or am I mistaken in that? No, it does pick up food as well. I am not mistaken. I am not mistaken, boys. So it's now just a case of waiting for passengers. Oh, there's actually passengers over here. There's 1. And there's 2 on the plane. Some people just got off there. Oh, quite a few people just got off there. So obviously this will take something slightly away from my train lines. But you're hoping you make more money on planes. That's what you're hoping for. Now, I am able to do smaller airports in other areas, like small commuter hops. So that won't be an issue as well. Right, is LA finally getting their machines? Yes they are. Perfect. Perfect. So what train was that there? That was a passenger train. We got a cargo train coming in with 100 food on board. Now we might need to start looking about upping the capacity numbers around here for the food in the machines. So this train here should be dropping off a load of food. But I might have to start bringing additional industries into this to drop off more goods. So Hermosillo seems to be a little bit behind these days. But yeah, we'll take a look at that at some point. No need to stress just yet. And how is the food plant over here doing? So that's still blitzing out food like you won't believe. So that's pretty good. And Fresno's still getting their food. Yep, we're all good. We're all good. So there is 5 passengers waiting on the one line. No one's been picked up on that line just yet. Now that's got nobody on board as well. You got to wait a few kind of circulations to see some big changes. But is anybody choosing to walk it? How many's at that bus stop over there? 19. Damn. So is this the one that picks up 6 people? Yes, it does. And you are now flying to New York. Trying to get back over to New York right now. Take a little sneak peek. Right, before you fly out, you've got 26 on board. Wow, and where are you flying to? Miami. Right, let's take a little bit of a look at this. Oh my goodness me. Well, one, it's loud. And there we go. So, there's New York. There's Washington. Is that Savannah or Charlotte? I can't remember. I can't remember what these cities were right now. But there's St. Petersburg. Look at the bird's eye view we're getting. That's, oh, what's it called right now? Is it Panama City? Oh, watch out, boys! We're coming into land right now, into Miami. Absolutely glorious. Now, what I want to see is how much money we make from the 26 people on board right now. So this is a success story already. This seems to be a success story already. So finances. 2.4 million. That is a lot of profit right there. And it loads up 37 to go back. Well, we might need to keep our eye on these numbers because we might need additional planes. But that plane coming in. Nobody on board of this one just yet. But there's a few people waiting for it to go on the outbound flight anyway. So 15 on the outbound. So at least we'll make some money that way. What about over here now in Phoenix? And there seems to be, yeah, a few people waiting for this as well. So I reckon for now then, just having the one singular plane is probably adequate enough that we are going to get to the point eventually where we have a full flight every single flight. But how long will that last until I have the ability to kind of connect the networks up? Because I'm literally, we have the last passenger train stop in Houston. And the last passenger train technically stop here at the distribution hub. But there's now no need for the passenger line to actually stop there. But we're so close. I could run a line from Houston into San Antonio. All the way up into LA if I wanted to. Or to Fresno. I'm not really sure what will be the adequate one. Or I can actually make it stop in Phoenix as a way to connect to the airport. So what's that passenger line? Manage this line. Why don't we do it? Okay. Now get rid of the Phoenix one here and the Fresno. Add station. And we can stop here. Now in reality, we're only using one platform, which is not great. Stopping in San and... Oh, wait, hold on. Are we meant to have another one? For my magical number 4. Do I go all the way to Hermosillo? Ooh, that's now pushing boundaries, isn't it? Or I can have it go and stop in New Orleans. Because there's a couple of trains there that crisscross over as well. Yeah, I'll do that. So, stopping in here. So, Phoenix... Wait, how does it manage that? Wait, Phoenix to Austin here. Wait, what? Oh, because you can't do a right turn there. So where have they gone then? Have they gone all the way up to then come back down? Okay, I understand what they've done. I can add the additional lines on. Right. Stop in here. To then stop here. To then go back. to then go back, and voila. Now, what I actually need to do here is actually create a crisscross. Now, problem is with this, we're going to need to do another magical crissy-crossy coming off this. So if I run this into there for just a hot min, and then connect you in like that. Like that. So we're 4-laning this all the way around. But we only want it to kind of connect to the one that goes through the bypass, which luckily for us turns out to be this one. So you now automatically see that line now update to go onto it, which is perfect. Perfect. Which that should now do exactly what I need to do. Obviously, unless it doesn't line up on the correct platforms. So for example, in San Antonio, it seems to want to double up on the one platform. So the one coming back needs to be on number 2. There you go. No, I've got it the wrong way around. No, I had it the right way around. They're on the wrong side on the Houston platforms now. There we go. And then I think... Who's crisscrossing there then? Oh, we have another passenger line coming in, don't we? So when we get to New Orleans then, we're actually on number 6. Which number 6 is over there. Now, if I wait for number 5 instead, just to give us that additional platform to utilize. Or we've got the one on the very, very far side here, which is number 8. Which is probably better for us. Okay, so that works out. So where's that train? Okay, it's obviously, it's gone a very, very long way round right now to get to where it needs to get to. Which is hilarious. But anyway, I can manage the vehicle. And we're going to replace it. And we'll go electric. So we'll go with... I mean, to be honest with you, we can literally probably go for... No. Because it might be a quite highly competitive route. Then again, I can add multiple on. There's no issue with that. So we'll go with that 161. So if I replace it with that. So I'll let it do what it's going to do. Eventually come back down and it will complete that route. So that's the first route that now connects these places up. And most importantly, it connects up to Phoenix. Now, by looking at this, I feel like we're going to need more buses on these routes. So the line, manage the vehicles. If I just duplicate the capacity, add an additional 2 on the route. We'll see if that does anything for us. But it's giving us more alternative. Look at that. Oh, we know it's made record numbers. 805 million. We're now making record income. Big cash in the bank. So how many of these buses hold? They hold 17. Which is not huge amounts. So that one there has got 10 on, which is my new updated route. But also, it unlocks cities now. You know, it unlocks San Antonio, which you wasn't able to kind of get to before. And it also gives Houston a little bit more connectivity as well. Oh, same for New Orleans as well. That becomes now a major transport hub. But I can see it's having to add additional trains to these lines anyway, but we've hopefully got the capacity and the infrastructure in place to be able to do this. Now, those plane runs So if I go to my lines right now, which those 3 plane runs are here, all 3 of them are making profit. That is amazing to see. Absolutely amazing. So food to Montreal. Why is this one losing cash? Oh, it's because of how infrequent the line actually is. That you go 1 year without making any money. Gotcha. Gotcha. Right, is that the train coming down right now? No. Are you the train? I believe you... No, you're not the train. So how far away is that train then from coming in? Has it already made its way through? No, you're not the train. Are you it? No. No. Right, it's the Fresno Airport one, weirdly enough. Right, now where is it going? Oh, I think I might have to turn around because I changed the platform, didn't I? Yeah. So that line itself, it's self-explanatory now, as you can see. Goes down and into there. So 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one. Bit of a long stretch. I might need 2 trains on that. But yeah, this is now on its way round. We'll just see what happens as it does a few circulations. Very good. Steel plant here needs more ore. We're milking the ore from over here, which is coming so frequently. But the big train over here that delivers the big goods, we could quite possibly do with duplicating the train, having a second one. Get the goods delivered more often. Right. Is this the train? Finally! The train is here, boys. Let's go first person. So as you come out of the Las Vegas tunnel, LA just over those mountains, you can see the Phoenix Airport and the plane that is now flying in the sky. But we're going straight to San Antonio. We're not actually going to Phoenix at the moment. Hey, how you doing in there? You've been on a long journey today, haven't you? You've been on a serious long journey right now. Toot toot. Anyway, here's our old distribution hub, and now we're getting the speed, the need for speed, boys, as we now approach San Antonio. So we go for this little mountain area here, then we come over to our half-built Chrissy Crossy. Ooh. Doing 117 right now. So this is our half-built crisscross. You can see the tunnel that goes underneath. 131, 132. Here's San Antonio, boys. Can we get 140? Yes, we can. So we're going to max out at 147. And here we are. Look at all the fools. Hey guys, how you doing? Oh, there's a bargain store just there. You guys all getting on? So we probably will max out. No, okay, we didn't max out. But we came awfully close. So what are we waiting for here? Oh, I don't even have signals on this whole stretch. Right, let's get some signals on the go. How diddly dare I? So we'll do signals like that because it's too short to crisscross over here. So just on that stretch. We don't really have any other trains coming down here, do we? In reality, no. but it doesn't hurt to get them in. It don't hurt to get them in. Oh, the train's already unloaded. You make money? Wait, did he even stop here? Well, he should have done. I think that the money is so minuscule at the moment, you don't really know what's going down. And I have no idea where all those people want to go anyway. Because we're quite frankly all over the place. Pause. Where's this train going now? Is it still stuck in the old route? Let me flip this round. What is it actually doing at this point? Well, I've had to flip it round, so it's now on the wrong side of the tracks. I think it's stuck in the old route. Because it normally has to complete a whole circulation before it can go back on its normal route. But I think flipping it around kind of fixes it. Well, that's now going in. So that goes to New Orleans, and it then should go to Houston next. So let's find out. So make some cash. Load some people up. Got a full train. And now we're going to... There we go, guys. Fixed it, finally. Finally fixed it. So a small little hop to Houston. So made good cash straight away. 3.3 mil. Well, there's a few people waiting at this platform as well. So it shouldn't be too long until this train gets over here. Oh, I can just see it approaching now. There's the cargo train. $1.7 million. Very good, very good, very good. We load up again on the way to Austin, Texas. So the further it go along right now, the more it should make, because it still have passengers on from New Orleans. So straight through the Chrissy Crossy right now, coming up the bend. And we should make the most money in New Orleans and Phoenix as they're the end routes. So stopping off. Nice couple of mil again. Alright, loading up. Now this is hopefully where we make the big cash. So it's a long way to go right now. And there's a lot of people waiting at this platform. As you can now see. So that should fully load the train up on the way back. So we're just going to wait for this right now. Actually, let me go first person mode on this as well. As we zoom. Through the Wild West of America. Oh, it's slowing down. Oh, there's an awkward signal on that. Why is it slowed down? Oh, because there's no other signal. There's an awkward signal there I'm going to have to get rid of. Because there's no signals leading up to this, is there? That's the problem there. Right, so we're hemorrhaging money right now anyway. On the monthly financials. Or the yearly. 10 million. But it hasn't completed a full circulation yet anyway, so we've got to give it some time still. There's a lot of people waiting for the train to arrive. Which that is now just coming through. It should come through the tunnel in just a moment. A lot of people on the platform waiting. 5.1 million. Nice. But just straight into profit, boys. So if that was in the same year as well, we would have been profit on the year too. So now it's going back full again. So yeah, we will eventually need another train on that run altogether. So this plane right now, I've been making big dollar bills, which is great to see. And we just now had another record. No, is that the same profit year? That was 805. The last year was 806. Let's go. We're closing in on that $1 billion year, aren't we? I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming. So while this is all going hunky-dory, let me just double check we've got no train issues over here. I think that putting that small train on that separate platform has made a huge amount of difference right now. It has made a huge amount of difference. Emissions aren't looking too great in some of these areas right now because we've got the airplanes in, but it's what it is, unfortunately. It is what it is. Have you got anybody on board? How many people get off from the 14? Oh, every single one of them. Every single one of them. So we're probably most likely going to need more planes as well. But we'll give it the benefit of the doubt just for the minute until I add more runs in. Miami's going to get super busy right now. So charts, we've got recent growth skyrocketing again with all these additional connections. And the fact that I did reclaim some land near it as well. So it's able to grow a little bit more in some certain areas. Has it affected New York by much? So we took a downturn about 20 odd years ago, and now we got a huge growth spurt. That's probably because when all the trains are backlogged, which is good to see. And one last check on Phoenix, because this is the other city that has now an airport. Yeah, it's just growing from strength to strength. Growing from strength to strength. And they've got the room over here as well to kind of maneuver and keep the growth going as well. So, very impressed. We've got airplanes, boys. We've got airplanes. I think at some point I want to take a look at the oil industry, because there's a fair few cities that require fuel, and while I am feeding some of them with fuel, there's a lot more money to make on these systems. I think oil is the most profitable commodity in the game. And we got a lot of oil fields around and in the Gulf as well. So it would be a good idea to really, really bulk up and make some serious cash and push our way to our first $1 billion year, which I'm really, really excited about. That line 4 right now going to New York, the reason why that's so busy is because it's taken quite a few passengers away from the train line, which we also need to be quite aware of moving forward, because I might need to then start taking trains off them lines. But it's all about finding the balance. Until next time, guys, I will see you all soon. So goodbye.